What's up, guys? Today I'm going to take you through 4 resistance band exercises that will, 1, make you stronger, 2, help assist in your boxing fundamentals. All you're going to need for these 4 exercises, a resistance band and a chair or a bench, something to sit on. And the first one is an overhead band dislocation. Look at this exercise more of a prehab, more of a stretch and a warm-up before you either hit the pads or hit the heavy bag. What I like to do is do this one first and do between 5 and 10 repetitions, and be sure that your range of motion starts here and try to go all the way back down overhead. And the thickness of the band really depends on your mobility, so start with something not too thick. This next one is the band pull apart. There's a few things you should notice about this one. One is we want to make sure that we're not bending at the elbows. We're keeping the elbows locked, and what we want to be doing is pulling from the middle of our back. So what it looks like, you have it here, your chest is up, we're not bending the elbows, locked, and you're coming here to the midline of the chest. Remember, we're pulling from the middle of the back. What I like to do now is I do repetitions of 50, start with 10, build your way up to 15, 20, etc., etc. Do about 3 sets a day. Do quality repetitions. Also, like anything with resistance bands, the size or the thickness matters. So if you've never done any sort of band work, be sure not to go too thick. The thicker, the heavier, the more intense. And what we're doing here is the crab walk. So notice, there's a couple things to notice in our setup. We want to keep our footwork wide. I like to tell my clients this is a sumo stance. Think sumo wrestler. So we have our footwork wide, our knees and our toes are pointed out. A couple key things with our movement going left to right. We want to make sure that we maintain that space, that sumo space, the whole time. We don't want to go right and allow our left leg to come close to the midline. So as a crab would walk, these are short, choppy steps. What I like to do is I go right for 5 and come back left for 5. Do that down and back 3 times. Also, keep the hips low, and we want to stick our hips out. So we have our footwork wide, toes and knees pointed out, short choppy steps, keep the core locked and keep that chest up. This is great for the glutes, great for glute development, and for power and explosion, starting and stopping. And what we're doing here is a seated sumo glute band extension. So all you're gonna need is a bench. Once again, just like our crab walk, our footwork, we're wide. We're gonna actually make a figure 8 knot so you can see me in the video with our band. Just take it here. A figure 8 knot is one of the most simplest knots to make here, and then just go in through your feet. We want to make sure that we have one of the bands below the kneecap and one of the bands above the kneecap. This will create the precise friction that we want, and all we're going to do with our chest up and our hips out is just do extension out. So knees out. Build your way up to 30 repetitions, start at 10. Do these as well 3 times a day. This is great for glute development. All right, guys, and that's 4 simple exercises that you could be doing with the resistance bands. Down here in Australia, you could go to a store called Rebel. These are 10 bucks. In America, I'm sure you got any sporting goods store. You can order them online as well. They're not expensive. All you need is the band, and for one of the exercises, you need a bench. If you have any questions about programming, about repetitions, send me a message. And guys, give us a follow on all social medias. Heavy Bag Help 101. I appreciate you. Pow, pow, pow. Bang.
This makes sense.